Welcome to Accelerate My Practice. So glad you could join me here today. Today I want to talk about success and guilt. Every now and then, believe it or not, I hear from our coaches that we'll have clients that are doing much, much better than they ever thought possible, and now they feel guilty. And the irony of this is you hired us to help you feel more successful and to be more successful, but then if we feel guilty, the concern I have is, do we introduce self-destruction? And I say that because I've seen it lots and lots of times. So I want to kind of address this topic from a high-level perspective, dig into it a little bit, won't be using any specific names or examples because I don't want to call anyone out here publicly, but you know who, if I'm talking to you, I'm sure. And quite frankly, this isn't just a doctor topic, this relates to every person, right? If we're coaching you or in life, your life changes, it's amazing how we tend to do self-destructive things because we feel uncomfortable. You know, I like how T. Harv Eker put it in the Millionaire Mindset, which is a fabulous book if you haven't read it. But he talks about how we all have this financial blueprint. And let's use the example of I have a blueprint that's $30,000 a year. If I am wired because of my upbringing to have a blueprint of $30,000 a year and then all of a sudden a $100,000 opportunity shows up, the question is, will I even notice it? Now, if my $30,000 blueprint's really strong, I might not even notice the $100,000 opportunity, or I'll think it's not even possible and I won't even pursue it. And maybe someone's sitting there going, no, I'd recognize a $100,000 opportunity, but then would you recognize a $1 million opportunity? Or would that be too far-fetched? So change the numbers to make them whatever you want. The point is that we all have this blueprint that we get comfortable with in life, and when things stretch it or go beyond it, we tend to hold ourselves back. I think this is a big piece of why the lottery curse is true. Because all of a sudden you win the lottery and you have all this money and you're not used to having it. And so not only do you make foolish decisions because you're just not well educated, but beyond that and bigger than that, the challenge is that we do destructive things because we're so unaccustomed to it. Said another way, survivor's guilt. Have you ever read interviews of people who survived plane crashes, car crashes, whatever it is, where their friends or their family didn't make it? And they feel terrible and they start to wonder if they're worthy and should they have made it? Should maybe the other person make it because they're a better person? And so we really play psychological games with ourselves to truly mess with our heads. And survivor's guilt is a real thing. You can Google search that, research it till you're blue in the face. And I think what you'll find relative to this topic is that topic and survivor's guilt probably have a lot of parallels. And I think that's why the lottery curse probably is an issue for lots of people, because literally they feel guilty having it. So what do they start doing? They start giving it away to friends, family, strangers, charities, this, that, not realizing that, of course, there's tax implications of first getting it, so you only get half. And then if you start giving a ton of it away and thinking that there's just enough to last a lifetime, and then all of a sudden you realize later that there's not, you end up broke again. We all know the outcome of the lottery curse. 85 or 86%, whatever the number is. Wikipedia reference there for me, so hey, fact check me if you want. But a high percentage of people who win the lottery declare bankruptcy within 5 years. And I sometimes wonder when I look at business cycles of people and clients, or weight loss cycles of people and clients, and how people have yo-yo effect, I think this plays a role in it. I think what happens is I'm successful in my weight loss program, my fitness program, I start to feel better, but my friends aren't participating in it. So they start making snide comments about how lucky I must be, or how just some degrading thing that knocks the legs out. Now what's fascinating is, let's use this metaphor of legs. Let's take a table that's got 4 legs on it, right? Imagine if I could draw like those cute little whiteboard illustrations real fast while I talk, a table with 4 legs, and then all of a sudden I've got 4 legs that make me feel strong about my success, my weight loss success. We'll use that as the example here. And then one person comes in and takes a shot at one of those legs. You know, you got lucky, and it hurts, so that leg falls out. And now my table's teetering on 3 legs. It's barely standing up. And then what happens? Well, someone comes and takes a shot at another leg. Well, we get lucky and it's the one that's the opposite of the one that's already missing. So now my table still kind of barely stands. It only takes one more shot. And now the legs fall. And then when the legs fall, what happens is I feel bad. I don't feel like I have community around me. I don't feel like I have friends any longer. I feel lonely. And what do? In this scenario, sometimes I gain my weight back. I find the same thing happens financially with people, offices, doctors, whoever it is. They get successful, they start to do well, they start to see what they actually dreamt about having. And they didn't put enough legs underneath their table, they only put 4. Well, maybe we should put a dozen, maybe we should put 30, 40, 50 legs to hold our table up. So then when people take shots at it, it doesn't knock us down. It's funny to me how we can really truly get pulled backwards, and even just ourselves, with a snide comment from some complete stranger. There's a reason why you've been at the same place in your life for a long time. I don't mean to be rude about it. I'm not trying to be. But I do want to motivate you, so internally you want to change. You have to do something different if you want to see something different. So it's your choice. I'd schedule a call with your coach to talk about this. Each one of you, not just the doctor, each and every single one of you. If you need a coach, reach on out. If you're seeing this on YouTube and you don't even know who we are, there's contact information at the bottom of this in the description. That's probably on the bottom right now scrolling. Give us a call. Chat with us. There's an 800 number I'm sure that'll pop up. Give us a call. We'd love to chat with you about your goals and how you want to see your life change. I hope you found this to be really, really helpful. I can't wait to see you again, 8 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Till then, have an awesome day.
What if you could have the practice of your dreams? What's holding you back? Imagine a life where you have everything you ever wanted.